Welcome back to our Elm Creek adventure on Farming Simulator 22, episode 5, with me, Mr. Seeley P. Happy December the 5th, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to open your advent calendar. Now, I'm going to start this one off by saying, don't forget, I am away at the moment with my lovely wife and farm dog. We're up in the lakes, and we're away for the whole week. Now, I said, obviously, this was the Elm Creek adventure, and I want to post a video every single day. I don't know if we're going to get any mods this week, and if we are, I would like to do the mod reviews. The problem is there may be some days I can't do one or the other or both. It's always been a problem when we've been up here, is the internet connection isn't great. It's better than it used to be, but it's not brilliant. They've had some storms, we've got some bad weather coming. I don't know what's going to happen. We may not have internet, or there may be a situation where it's taking a long time to upload videos. I mean a long time. Upload of like 4 megabytes per second. I mean, it's low. So I will try my best. That's all I can promise. I will try my best to get videos up and out if I can. I know people will say, oh, don't worry about it, take the week off, we'll still be here when you get back. I know, I totally understand that, and I really do appreciate that. The problem is I kind of set this up as it's an advent calendar. We're going to do an episode every day. Yeah, hadn't really thought too far ahead on that one. As you saw, the end of yesterday, 3-4 o'clock-ish, I did that other harvest of cotton. Made a little bit more, so we're up to 60,000. It's a little bit later in the day today. I've done a bit of bimbling this morning, a bit of ambling around, as you do. And fantastically, I'm really happy to say, lettuce is still going. That's a much slower burn. We have got a box of strawberries. Look, we've got a box of strawberries. I know it's only one. It seems piffly and trifling, but we've got one, which we can sell. We're not going to make a huge amount of money on the one, but we can keep ticking over, and we're going to supply local businesses and whatever with the strawberries they need and they deserve. So, with that being said, we are going to whiz down to the store. We're going to grab ourselves a little. I was going to get a sort of a trailer that you could convert from bale. Oh yeah, see, I'm still thinking maybe that's not a bad idea. But I was thinking for the time being maybe getting myself a little low loader. There's that. How much one it is now? It's about 15 grand. Oh, that was the thing I was going to do. Before I forget, where am I going to put it? I thought, is that a bird or is that a deer up there on the track? That's a deer. I was thinking there's something standing in the road. Right. Oh, the other thing I wanted to say was it might be a bit echoey. It's because of where I am. I'm not on my usual workstation. I'm not on my sort of my gamer setup. I'm in a room, like a living room. The telly's quite a long way away, and I'll say this, like I've said before, I've got my glasses on, still struggling to see some bits on the screen, so I might end up getting a chair and sitting closer to the TV. We'll see what happens. Build mode is what I want, and then I want to go down to tools. Then we'll go right to the very end on tools. I'm going to get myself a little vehicle workshop. So we can do some maintenance if we want to. Let me put it there. It will. Kind of rotate it there though. It will. Okay. Obviously not there. Just put it just to the side there. It's going to cost me 1,000. Perfect. So We've got our own little workstation now. There's a trailer one, so Angie and Chris are absolutely fine with it because I can always move it and take it somewhere else if I want to. I mean, I can't, but you know, but I can. You know what I mean? I'm not going to repair this yet because that's going to take about 3.5, 4 grand. We're going to whiz down. We're going to grab ourselves the trailer, and then what next? Yeah, we're going to come back, take those strawberries, and then we're going to go on the toy rescue mission. We are literally saving Christmas. Toy Story 22 begins. Now, like I said in the last episode, I haven't really watched any videos. I haven't watched any videos, and all the stuff people sent me through telling me where some are, I've been trying to avoid. So I'm going to go around and I'm going to search like you guys did, you know, unless you watched a video of someone else finding them and just went around and found them. That's part of the excitement, and it's part of learning the map and finding all these little locations and stuff. So I may go past some, I may miss some. Don't worry about it. It's not the end of the world. I can always go back and get some later on. Oh, what's I meant to do? It's more traffic this morning. So what should happen, and I know there are some that are, I'm going to donate the money to charity. I'm going to lease a couple of bits of equipment because I know some are on rooftops. I was told that as you get them, they appear on the shelves in the toy shop, but I've already got 2 or 3 and there's nothing showing. Oh, that'd be a pity. I was really hoping that would be the case. Well, we'll see. Maybe they will. We can always come back later on. Yeah, so I'm going to lease probably a telehandler at some point, but I'm going to need to get 2 or 3 first to have the money to be able to lease it. As I know for a fact, there's one on the roof of the machinery shop, and there's probably loads on roofs all over the place. I know there's some on some grain bins somewhere. Thank you, Farmer Marnie. Sent me a picture of one right up on top of a grain bin, and I said, how are you supposed to get to that? And he said, well, it's like a bit of this farming parkour. You have to kind of climb up bits, and there's planks, and you've got to move your way around. It's becoming a bit Lara Croft-esque, isn't it, on here? So let's stop there. If I zoom the camera up and swing round. Oh, that camera collision. Ugh. There on the roof, there's a little harvester on the roof there. But I'm going to need something to get up there. So like I say, probably get a couple. And then, I mean, I've got the money to lease a telehandler now. I suppose I could just replace it when I get the first couple. You know what? Let's do that. So we could do a bit of both at the same time. I want to get to... Yeah, I'm going to go... I did think about a trailer. Like I was saying, I thought about getting a trailer. Now, some of these configuration... You know what? That might be a better shout, mightn't it? It's an 8,000 litre trailer. It's not massive, but it'll give me my own trailer for moving product around if I want to. And it's 13 grand. Plus, I can put it in bale configuration, so I can move. It'll have straps, so I can move my stuff around. So I can sling a strawberry pallet on the back of there, and off we go. I'm not a big fan of swivel axle trailers, but the next one is that, which is 31 grand. I've got the money to buy it, but I think just for starting out, at least we'll have our own trailer then. So we have our own tractor and our own trailer. We've got our own water trailer. We can transport the stuff, and that will give me the option. You know what? I think that's probably the best shout. I think. What options have we got here? Treadable, Continental, BKT. Oh, okay. I do like the tread on the BKTs. Should we go with those? Yeah. License plate. Bear with me just a second. I have on here. Thank you to... If I remember when I edit this, it will come up on the screen. Who suggested that... I'll do front and back on there. There's a thing called, and I hadn't really heard of it before. I know that on the PlayStation 4, I had a little keypad thing that it was all right. It didn't work particularly well. Called a chat pad, and you can get it for PS5. And I've ordered one, but obviously I'm away, so it's been delivered to my home, which isn't much good. But the chat pad basically is just a little keyboard, and it slots in around the controller, plugs into the phono jack for the headphones. And then you've got another one at the back. You can then put your headphones to the back of that. So if you're streaming or playing multiplayer and you're doing text messages to people, you can use this little keyboard. And apparently it works perfectly, which makes doing number plates fine. Oh no, I've gone wrong there, haven't I? It's because I was talking. I forgot the... There we go. That will do. Okay. And we shall... So that brings it down to 11,500. For the time being, we don't need the conversion, but we can convert it later on if we want to. Or do I buy the expense? Just do it with that. Sorry, I know. Do I do that? And then I can just convert it to the Bell Trader and then go back to the... Yeah, I might do that actually. Do I want to change the cover colour? Or do we go a bit more understated? Let's go understated, shall we? Okay, we'll buy that. And then while we're here, let's lease... I don't need a bucket or anything on the front of it. I just need the arm, really. And then what we can do is, as we go around, I'm assuming the chip, mind you, some of these, the length of them might not be long enough. I know that the Scorpion always had a particularly long arm on it, but what are they going to charge? That's the question. That's something I've noticed as well in this menu. It didn't dawn on me again. One of those things didn't dawn on me straight away. It tells you what it costs to buy, total price, but the other one always you say what it would cost to lease. There's nothing about what it costs to lease until you press lease, and it'll say, do you want to lease it for? 5,150. Are you insane? Good grief. The trouble is these ones are all a little bit smaller, aren't they? How long? I don't know how long the boom is on that. 3672. That's a bit more palatable, but I'm still going to need 4. You know what? I might as well just go for the other one. It doesn't, you know, I need to get 5 toys to cover the cost of that. We'll be replacing the toys. Any more over and above that, like I said, we're going to donate to charity in the game. Not, you know, I haven't got 5, 6, 7 grand to donate to charity. Okay, well, it's done now, isn't it? Right, we'll grab our trailer in a minute. I want to get this on the roof first. That will start covering the cost anyway. Assuming, of course, the boom will reach that far. There we go. It's a lovely looking little thing, isn't it? Toy Story 3. So what I want to do is that. Fantastic. That's one. So what we can do then, we'll leave this telehandler here. It might not be there any others that are up on roofs, in which case I've still got to pay for this, but what we'll do is, it's got a long reach on that. We'll leave it here, and as we go around, if we do find any more that are on rooftops, we can always come back and get it. Big enough. So we'll grab the trailer. I was going to say actually, I'm having to keep saving my game. I had a bit of a weird situation. Now, I've had my PlayStation 5 over a year. I was lucky enough to get it when they released. I've said this story before. A friend of mine, well, my eldest daughter's boyfriend is a YouTuber. He'd bought one and he got sent one. He's a much bigger YouTuber than I am. He got sent one. So he had 2. So he did say to me, because I was trying to find one and I couldn't get one anywhere. And he said, look, do you want to buy one off me? So I bought one off of him. So I was lucky enough to get hold of one. You know, I was very lucky. I totally understand that. So I've had it a year. Haven't had any problems. Started playing FS22. and a couple of times my PlayStation 5 just turned off. I mean, literally just boom, turned off completely. So wherever I was at, I'd lost everything I'd done, you know, wherever the last save was. A couple of times I was in the middle of recording, and no, because obviously it loses it. I didn't get a chance to press the, you know, hit the stop button sort of thing. And then on the Friday that I was due to come away, we were packing everything up. On that day, I was trying to get my videos done on the Friday, mod review and all the rest of it, and it turned itself off 3 times. And I was freaking out. Thought, I've had it a year. This can't now just suddenly pack up, because I will not get hold of another one anywhere. You know, and if I do, it's going to cost an absolute fortune. So Mississippi Pete did a little bit of digging and had to look online, and there was a weird thing on there. It's to do with the HDMI link that PlayStation has, so that when you turn on your PlayStation, it automatically links to your TV and says which HDMI it's using, 1, 2, 3, or however many you've got. So when the telly comes on, it's already on the correct HDMI. And it did say on there something about the TV every now and again, if not a power surge exactly, but the HDMI link can do like a test, and it can cause problems. And it can, for some reason, and it turns off the PlayStation. I was like, what? Now, to touch wood, I disabled the HDMI link, because what if I have to just manually change the HDMI on the TV, which no problem, is it really? And it stops it doing it, then great. And since then, it hasn't happened. I say since then it hasn't happened. You know, it hasn't. So we'll see. There we go. So because I spent a bit more, it's costing me nothing to do that customization. We'll customize that. Fantastic. I'm going to turn these off at some point. I know for the sort of realism thing, it gets a little bit frustrating, doesn't it? And I think it becomes kind of obvious in a lot of places. It's only when you get new stuff. It's going to be when we do map tours and things like that. It's going to be difficult to know where things are placed, and you know, if people have done modded buildings and whereabouts all the triggers are. So potentially we'll put it back on for doing things like that. But we'll see. So yeah, so what I've been doing is sort of saving it fairly regularly, because I'm really worried I'm going to lose what I've been recording, especially in the last few videos where I've done like a 15-20 minute, I've just talked for like 20 minutes solidly, like I'm doing now, and then I have to edit them together seamlessly so nobody notices, but I can do that. Right, we can pick that one up. We'll have a look at our sell points. I know it's you know, it seems pathetic, it's only 1, isn't it? But the beauty of it now is the water's free. I've bought my water trailer. These are bought and paid for. And it's not using a huge amount of water. I think it takes 10,000 litres in total. Was it just over 10,000 for these? 10,000 litres, I think. And we've got the next pallets on the go. If I make a little bit every now and again, we're making produce and we're delivering it. That's the point. I'll put both straps on there, can't we? Just to make absolutely sure that doesn't fall off. So, strawberries. Let's go and see where best price for strawberries is at the moment. We'll take those, and potential the way if we come across any more toys, we'll grab them. Strawberries. Whoa, red marble bowling 5. Does that say 538? It does say 538, doesn't it? We're going to be going to Red Marble Bowling Restaurant. That's our past. I think now. It's out past the biogas, isn't it? Up the hill. It's only 1 pallet. It's not going to be a huge amount of money. But I was really worried, because obviously we've got this set on days, and I mean, we're not really using that water thing now. I wonder if we could. If I speak to Angie and Chris, and we can get rid of it, maybe. Yeah, I know it's seems to be causing some consternation with people. The whole 25 days through December. I know I'm not going to get a huge amount done, and I'm in all honesty now thinking about tomorrow. And I'm thinking I'm doing toys now. I haven't had any other contract types come up. I did go through and remove all of the grain crop harvest contracts. So I took them all on, then cancelled them, failed them, and collected. But obviously, I didn't take a hit on anything because I hadn't started any of them. And so, I mean, to be fair, there's some on there that I haven't done. There's soybean, there's sunflower. We haven't touched any of those yet. So I can do some more harvest contracts. We can get some more money rolling in. And like I say, what hopefully will happen, I've got to get through 25 days, so I've got to find other things to do. I was hoping forestry would be one. Wouldn't it be cool if you could lease, you know, I know you can buy a field and you can sell it back, but you need the money to buy it. I didn't really want to borrow from the bank. That kind of lease and return thing, if you could lease a plot of land, but I suppose if you lease a plot, cut all the trees down, I mean, so that's forestry management at the end of the day. If they need somebody to do the forestry management, you kind of, you know, when I said that before, didn't I, when I was watching that, not extreme logging, what was it called? The guys in Canada. Is it Canada or Alaska? Oh, terrible. And that's what they do. They buy up a lease for a plot of land. I mean, the plot of land is massive. Like, they're out in the wilderness and whatever. They log it, and then the lease ends, and then they move on to another lot, and they go again. So I suppose it's no different to that. Don't worry, I'm not going that way. Yeah, it's up here. I started panicking. I thought, did I misremember this? I'm sure it was up here. I don't know if it'll take it straight off the trailer. We might have to unload it, but we can lift it. I don't need a forklift or anything like that. So we should be good. I'll make a little bit of just a little bit. Have a go at the old cone pin bowling. Oh, it's taking it. What do we get for a whole pallet? Come on. Come on now. 81. Now you imagine we get to a point where we've got loads of those piling up. It's only 150 litres each pallet, but it's done. I was a nightmare at this last time, wasn't I? Although I thought did I not manage to pick up a load last time? Same for that centipede. God, that was terrible. Yeah, let's just ignore that. While we're here, let's have a look for some toys. I don't know if you can get up on the roof. There's always all these little nooks and crannies. And it's thinking about, you know, where would you, if you were doing this on a map. So I'm thinking things like this. When they put a vehicle there and you've got awnings on, you can't stay on the awning anyway. Are they giving you, you know, somewhere you can go? Now I know from here, if we go up the hill. So I mean, what I don't really want to be towing the trailer with me the whole time. But as soon as we're up here anyway, let's crack on with saving Christmas, shall we? Saving Private Christmas. Nope, cruise control, maybe. I think I need to do the repair work on this, because this is an unladen trailer now. And the trailer weighs 2 tonne. It's not. Should we have a look down there? I haven't been over it yet. So you get to see all the different bits of the map. You know, like I said when I was in my map tours, I never show the whole map. There's so much more to explore and see. This is one of the farms in the 4 corners, aren't there? I know people have kind of plumped for those as their start farms, but I did find when I did the map tour, the one that was in the northwest corner, the barns and buildings, I couldn't get the doors to open, which I thought, that's a bit, if you want this to be your start farm, then you're going to want access to stuff, aren't you? It's no good if you can't. And I did try buying one of the plots, and I still wouldn't let me open any doors or anything. But there's things like this. Actually, you know what we'll do? No, it's not a working one, is it? I'm missing my side panel so much. So much. Should we turn the zone markers off for the time being? I know people do find them frustrating. Let's put that back on. Doesn't look like there's any up here. I know there's the culvert. When I did the map tour, I found one at the culvert. And we could go out to the caves. Someone had said to me a while back, you can pick that ladder up. I wonder then, have we got one on a roof somewhere? It's always suspect when there's a ladder given to you. Doesn't hurt to have a look. That'll be a no. Can I see any others? I mean, the other thing you can do as well is the placeables or the build mode, and you can kind of whiz around the map and have a look, sort of airborne, like a drone kind of thing, to see if there's any up on rooftops, which I could do, but you know, it doesn't hurt to have a wander around and see what's what. There we go. So I say, we see found, well, just over 5, and then we've covered the cost of the of leasing the thingamabob, the telehandler. So yeah, where the culvert is, when I did the map tour, there was one in the culvert, and then we'll head to the caves, because I'm sure when they did the sort of reveal, the Elm Creek map reveal, and they spoke about the caves and said that there were secrets or something. So yeah, we can go and have a look, can't we? Get to have a look at the caves. Is that my screen? Can you tell? Is there a flickering at all? That was just my eyesight, or the screen seems to be getting a little bit of flicker. What about under the bridge? Like a troll. There's definitely one down here. There we go. Get that one. So I'm just thinking back to Spectacle Island and stuff, when Jim had the gold bars you had to go and collect. I'm just thinking, where would they put them? Like under bridges, and you know, it'd be weird places that you would probably not always think to look. Can't see anything over there. That's not to say there isn't anything over there, but it's always worth a look when you're here. We'll get a few. There'll be some. We'll try all the different bridges. Oh, I know where there is another one. We're a bit far away from that now. Out one of the transfer silos for the railroad, there's one definitely in one of those, because when I was unloading for one of the contracts I saw it. Let's go and grab that. So this will be the same thing again. This is supposed to be a shorter episode. Ha 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 ha. Okay, whatever you say, Mr. Silly P. Is there one up there? There is. How do we get up there? Let's go on the play equipment. Is there 2? 2 together? The craziness. How do we get to... There's a path, isn't there, somewhere? Do I just leave the engine running on the tractor? I think I did, didn't I? Do we... I'll hop on a skip. There we go. Over the damp bit. Ah, ravine loop. I don't want to loop the ravine. We want to go down into the ravine. There's got to be a way down, hasn't there? I'm just really curious to see in the caves. I showed the outside of the caves on the map tour, didn't I? I didn't actually go down into the cave. Trickle Cave. I mean, there could be loads scattered all around down this area. I don't know. Maybe. This is fantastic, isn't it? This is fantastic. It warms the heart. We're out, we're getting some exercise. We're saving Christmas. I'm going to keep saying that. We are saving Christmas. So where is it? Oh, please tell me. This is the upper bit, isn't it? Is it down here? I'm all over the place. Oh, yeah, there's another bit. It's a long way to go just for one toy. Please tell me there's multiple ones down here. Just have a quick look around here. Again, you never know. There could be some, like when you go around the loops and the tracks and the pathways, just sat there. I don't know. Potentially. So I'm just trying to think. We had 60 grand. and the trailer cost me 13. So as long as we hit 47, which we will do with the next one, we're back to where we started. That's covered the cost of the telehandler. So after that, anything above that, we'll be giving away, we'll be donating. Whoa. Dude. Oh, there's one, isn't it? Dude. Oh, there we go. Multiples. Is that a little cedar? Looks like a little cedar. Does it go further? It can't do, surely. Do I really want to go in the cold water? Of course we do. Let's keep exploring. This is bonkers. Wonder where it'll bring us out. Oh, hang on. Sorry if you didn't want to know. If this is a spoiler. No, I probably have... Whoa. Where have we come out? Oh, blimey, we went quite a long way, didn't we? Now, like I say, when I say spoiler, I know I did have a couple of messages, people saying, "Oh, I'm not going to watch that episode because I don't want to know where they are." I'm not doing the full 100. I'm not going around. This is not a find all 100. You know, that's not what I'm doing. Now we went down that way, didn't we? I'm just now thinking, with all those tiny little crevices, nooks and crannies to have a look through. Look at me. Oh. Okay. Hey. Poor forlorn toy. Oh crikey, I'm having a nightmare. Why is it not letting me collect it? There we go. Does make you wonder though, who bought the ladder to get that toy and didn't get it? What happened to them? That's a mystery for another day. Right, I'm going to head back up and out. There may be loads more around here. They could be all over the place. Is there a bit under there? Hang on, hang on. Oh, sorry, I thought it went further. But it will give you a taste. It gives you an idea of where some are. And for me, it's just, yeah, I wanted to collect some. We've already got some money. We're going to donate. That's great. To helping people less fortunate. And while we're on the subject of that, cool segue, huh? I know I do like a Christmas special, and I'm hoping to do one. I'm hoping to do one Christmas Eve. I might even stream. Mind you, I'm supposed to be we're going to my brother's for Christmas this year, and we've done it a few years now. And we're going. So we're not supposed to be, but it depends whether or not all the current situation. You know what I mean? There's talk of lockdowns again and all sorts of stuff. We'll see what happens. I really hope not. So we're supposed to be going Christmas Eve. Silly G's working, as is two of my others. My eldest and one of my twins are working till quite late-ish, I think 6-ish on Christmas Eve. So they're going to be heading down later on in the day. So what I'm going to be able to do and when, I'm not too sure. Yeah, we'll see. But I usually do a kind of Christmassy type thing. That's like I said, I was hoping for snow, and I know when I did Sussex Farms, we went out and we got a Christmas tree, and I loved it. It felt really Christmassy, you know. It was nice. But anyway, all that aside, with the things that are going on in the world, I've been watching a lot of. I've mentioned this guy before, Simon Reeve, and he's just done. I've just watched him do Cornwall, and then the lakes, obviously, which is where we are at the moment. And he's been all around the world. He's done all sorts of amazing stuff over the years, and I think the problem is, you guys, especially if you're American, if you're one of our American cousins and you've just gone through Thanksgiving, which you have, I don't know, maybe turn itself off. You know, you'll be fully aware of situations and giving thanks for what we have, and there are a lot of people that don't have, And what made me think of it when I was watching the Simon Reeve doing the Cornwall one, we went to visit a guy that ran a food bank, and the guy says, around the area there was a lot of there was tin mining, and there was all sorts of industry, shipbuilding, and all on the coast areas, and a lot of it had fallen into decline. A lot of jobs have been lost. A lot of people would really struggle. So this guy had set up a food bank with his wife, and they got stuff donated and sent in, and they would take it out. He said when they started, they were taking food out to about 10, 12 families, I think it was, something like that. And when Simon Reeve went to visit him, they'd leased like a warehouse, and it was hundreds and hundreds of people they were taking food out to. And it was horrifying. It was awful to, but what was even more scary was the guy's wife had passed away like a few days before, and he was still there at the food bank prepping stuff to be sent out. I think her funeral was that day or something, and it was unbelievably heartbreaking to watch. But I was thinking, I'm saying about saving Christmas and getting the toys and that kind of stuff, and then donating the rest to people less fortunate, and it shouldn't just be Christmas. I know we always place a lot of focus on Christmas and times of the year, and it's like, oh, nobody should go without Christmas. Nobody should go without any time, ever. We live in a civilized society, and Christmas is always one of those times because everyone gets together and everyone's celebrating, and it is a time, I suppose, when people think more about other people than they do the rest of the year. Not everyone, that's a generalisation. And I'm not preaching, I'm not trying to, I just thought, have a think about it, If you do nothing more than think about it, there's nothing wrong with that. Let's have a quick look. Same as when I was talking about all the mental health stuff. It's no different. Spare a thought for others. If there's somebody locally that might need a bit of help. It might even be little old lady, lives a few doors up, just needs a bit of hand bringing some shopping in, or doing some shopping. Or it might be, if you're living in a part of the world where there's a lot of snow, she might just need a path clearing, or it could be a man, it could be anybody, it could be a family. I'm feeling very reflective. It's because I'm up in the lakes. Whenever I come up here, I always get that kind of, like I've always said before when I do my videos, it really makes you feel insignificant because you're surrounded by mountains and all. It's just the expanse and so much bigger, and I always get a little bit kind of, I don't know. Melancholy is the wrong word because I love being here, but it does make you stop and think. Now, this is one of those pictures we saw from all of the stuff that was released. Now, I think, hey, there we go. Is there two? Yes, we have got a tractor. Well, it looks like a plough of some description. Hey, two at a time. Nice. Yeah, I think I've probably gone on long enough for today, December the 5th. We've raised a bit of extra money. I'm going to go around and do a few more probably off screen, and we'll see if I can find some more. We need to get back down to, well, I say 47, don't we? So what I'll do is, yeah. A lot of people have been asking me about how did I start on, well, minus 24. Minus $24, good start. But even get down to zero for a start. when you're not on PC. How do you do it? Lease and return. Set up whatever you want to set up, get everything ready, however you want to get it ready, however that may be, and then just lease and return items, whatever it might be, until you get down to as close to zero as possible. And then you can go into things like skid steer loader attachments, and there's loads of tiny things, small things that are like $10, $12 that, you know, you can get it down to as close to zero as possible. Now, the reason I went into negative, and it wasn't my intention initially, just thinking, did I get the one from the spinnery earlier, like on my day one episode when I was struggling to pay workers? Potentially I did. There was one there. Oh no! Spinnery! I was only up here earlier. Yeah, so what had happened was I set it all up, got it ready to go, and because I'd set it on like 20, I think I set it on 25-day month, although it still went through to 29 days in November. I set it all up, and then the last few days that I jumped forward, it charged me maintenance fees on the farmhouse, which I wasn't expecting. It just didn't even cross my mind. So after the first day, it had gone below zero, and I thought, oh, that's going to be a problem. By the time I skipped through to the 1st of December, it was then showing as minus 24, so that's kind of what I ran with. So that's how you do it. Lease and return gear. But I think we've delivered some strawberries. We've got ourselves a new trailer, which I ended up lugging around with me anyway, having said I wasn't going to. So we can deliver our produce, and I can then change that to deliver crops and whatever I want to as well. Yes, it's only 8,000 litres. We're starting out. We can build up from here. I'm going to find some more. And I will see you tomorrow. What time is it now? Nearly lunchtime. Yes, it wasn't much farming this episode, but it was never going to be. It was always going to be about doing this. But it also, like I said, it's getting me out to places that I hadn't been to when I did the map tour. And I went through and found all the production chains, buildings and stuff like that, and then all these little bits all over the place. When I did Oberon, I didn't even go to the observatory. That was one of the ones they showed a lot on the pictures and stuff, and I didn't even think to. I kind of bypassed it because there wasn't a sell point there and never ended up going there. Fingers crossed this week at some point for the disabled camera collision from Giants. What else am I kind of hoping? I mean, I haven't really got a wish list other than that. Just cool mods from cool modders. There's, you know, again, there's always going to be that, oh, first map, when's it going to happen? Who knows when it's going to happen, but it'll be sometime soon. Well, I say that. It might not be sometime soon. We shall see. But I shall love you and leave you until tomorrow for the next day of our advent calendar. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.